So this is, I've always wanted to do this. এইটা হলো প্রত্যেক সপ্তাহে ইনশাল্লাহ শনিবার বা রবিবারে আমি weekly diary. I'm doing a weekly diary. কি কি হয়ে গেছে, all right, and what's happened so far. So for those of you who don't actually know Bengali, hopefully one day I might get the money to translate this. But I'm Yasmin Choudhury. I'm currently in Bangladesh. I'm sorry that I've got one nail that I've painted because I was testing, but I'm currently in Ambukana, Sylhet, Bangladesh. I am the Yasmin in Justice for Yasmin, and I want to tell you that since the new year has started, I'm here to share the blow by blow weekly account of all the ups and downs, highs and lows, the twists and turmoils of being me. So as you know that I have been framed for 4 criminal cases in Bangladesh. I'm a British businesswoman. I was born in London. I'm 52 years old. Thank you so much, Hameen. And I want to say to you that this is a session for people to catch up. And once you watch this, firstly, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I will address it in the next weekly diary. Second, I want you to know that I will have this link to this YouTube up on my Facebook. Okay? I do need help. Thanks a lot, John Blant. Third, I am 52. I have a daughter, and I want you to know that even though I've been framed for 4 cases, let me list them what they are. Number one, my entire family are doing this to me, and they have framed me for the theft allegedly of 2 cows and then slaughtering them and distributing them to the poor. But it's framed because the chap who's taken me to court is actually the person who did it himself, right? Thanks, John Blant. I'd love to find out more about you. Second, I'm being done, my daughter and I have been reported for cybercrime. And Amul Haq Chowdhury, he is my greatest enemy alongside all the others who belong to my family. So just so you know, I am a British woman. I was born in London. My heritage is from Bangladesh. My father died leaving multi-million-pound properties. He was a very humble man. He died in 2004. And today, my nemesis is not only my brother-in-law, right? It's also the entire family, my mother, brother, sister. They've all betrayed my father, my father's legacy. And my brother-in-law is also married to my elder sister, Yasmin Choudhury of NC Law. She has a solicitor's practice in southwest London, SW18 in Earlsfield, NC Law. Enam and Parveen are married, and hopefully in time I'll be able to show you a diagram, okay, of who's who, all right? Now, what I want to tell you is Enam, he's the window dressing, but he's representing an army of relatives who are my blood and spanning between London, Sweden, and UK and America, who are trying to take me down. Because the third thing is they've also accused me, my daughter, and a few others of stealing £8,000 worth of paint cans. And what's bizarre is that the person who is the plaintiff claiming that the theft occurred doesn't exist. His shop doesn't exist. The address they've given is complete fake. All right. And the fourth case is my name. My mother is with my family, brothers and sisters, and my brother-in-law, Enam, who's also, by the way, my first cousin, is accusing me of breach of the peace. All of this is designed for me to go to jail. Now, why is it that they want to hurt me? Why is it that my family are against me? At some point, hopefully, in these weekly diaries, I might actually cover off some FAQs, okay? And I know that there's some burning FAQs that will help set the scene. So FAQ is, why do you say hashtag justice for Yasmin? Because I am seeking justice. My name is Yasmin. Why? Who's done what, when, how? My justice I'm seeking is on several levels. Number one, my father, who was died in 2004, 23rd of March, I believe he was murdered now for his property and his wealth. And I'm seeking to reinvestigate and open a reinvestigation of his death, okay? Thank you so much, everyone. Allah apnake help korben. Allah bless you, sister. Thank you so much, Assam. So I'm getting comments, by the way. So if you see me do this, that means a comment has come in. But my father died in 2004. Amar Babake Meregasin, Bangladesh. And at the time, I couldn't speak Bengali. And I've spent 17 years investigating, researching circumstances around his death, around his property. And now I know Bengali. It's my full belief he was murdered. And I want his investigation opened. That's why I want justice. Second, I want justice because as a Muslim woman, I'm disgusted to find that even though Islam makes sure and enshrines our right to inherit from certain deaths of relatives, be it father, mother, and husband, I think, yeah, right? In the community and family that I was born into, they don't share that, they don't actually believe it, and they don't give it to women. All right, so that's the second thing. So I'm fighting for my Islamic inheritance rights. Third, I'm challenging and I've been in a dispute with my family and I've been very civil, very calm, very collected, been asking them very nicely since 2004. Although between 2004 and 2006, I had no idea of my father's wealth. Between 2007 and 2012, I was made aware by my brother he was going to steal a asset called Yasmin's, the restaurant, which is a few doors down in Elsfield, London, SW18, from NC Law, my sister's practice. I'm going to start unveiling how dodgy it all is, okay? So ever since then, I've been asking because I also found my father's will. And in my father's will, it was made very clear 3 times he's written it on separate occasions, one third of charity should be given. And they haven't done it, okay? They haven't done it and they've refused to let me do it. And even when they did it, they hurt and destroyed my projects. So that's the third thing, the fact that they didn't give to charity and they ignored my father's will. Amar babar osyatnama deklo ora ignore kore felse, okay? Which I think is fraud, yeah? Fourth point, they are violent, they are thieves, they are criminals, and they actually are hiding their fraud and their greediness and how they have completely stolen not only the hock, the entitlement belonging to others, and defrauded, they actually are also violent. And because of this, I speak up. And number five, I reported a sexual assault, and that was against my cousin. He is elderly, married. In 2019, he attacked me and attempted to rape me. Okay? He certainly got physical, and luckily I was able to be strong enough to push him off. But today I want to hopefully see him go to jail, and I'm speaking out. And ever since then, I've been punished for this. So that, as well as the fact that they have, number five, destroyed my love dish, my business projects. They've left me homeless. They've tortured and hurt my daughter. Now, let me tell you this. This week alone, what's happened? I am due in court on the 9th in Bangladesh, Sylhet. I have spent between the 1st and the 8th of January actually working tirelessly because my daughter is really struggling all alone in London. On November the 15th, I had to send her back because we were so worried and we'd been told that due to death threats, she was not in a position to be safe in Bangladesh. However, what I'm very pleased to share is that we now have all the authorities, because in the last week I went to meet the DC in Sylhet, okay? And since then, I've also got police hopefully investigating, and hopefully there's going to be an expose. But most of all, since my daughter left Bangladesh, she's had to be without me during Christmas holidays. She's been on her own and she has no support from her family members. Yeah? But what the good news is, I've been working and I've also this week sacked my lawyers and I've now got a new lawyer and I've decided to go with a female lawyer. These are my weekly diaries. So I'm really pleased to tell you more about my female lawyer. But the whole point is I will be appearing at a court hearing on the 9th, and this is over the alleged crime of stealing £8,000 worth of paint cans. Now, what the other thing is the British High Commission is not helping me. The British High Commissioner, Robert Chatterton Dixon, is himself an utter disgrace, and I'm hoping he gets the sack soon. I'm also in discussions with my MP, and the Foreign Office is investigating the British High Commission. So all of that needs to be done. I also am working to try and clear the crimes allegation of crime against Rahin Ahmed because my family are torturing and hurting him. And he was threatened by Enam that his legs would be broken and if he ever had any contact with me. Well, Enam conspired and together they tried to damage his life, but they got him into jail for 4 nights. There's so much fraud, corruption, bribery. This is my family. And I want you to know that I'm also calling out not just Yasmin Choudhury of NC Law, who is utterly betrayed my father and for decades has destroyed her own family in order to help her greedy husband, Enam, yeah, loot my family assets. I'm hoping to ensure every single member of my blood family is cancelled, be it my sisters from Yasmin Choudhury in Los Angeles, go and look her up, to Jasmine Choudhury in London, to Yasmin Choudhury, the British solicitor, and her children, Imtiaz Choudhury, who works at Al Risala School in Tooting. There are people working together to make sure that this happens. And as much as they can try and destroy my videos, I am working slowly, carefully, but I now want to talk about the fact that in my midst of trying to expose my family, their corruption and greed, I've been attacked 3 times. 3 times. I've been attacked. Minimum. Actually, more than that. My own brother-in-law has tried to murder me, yeah, and kill me, yeah? And the public have protected me each time, random strangers. So I need to do a format to these kind of weekly diaries to tell you my daughter is really upset and isn't coping. But I can't bring her to Bangladesh at the moment. I just can't. Second, I can't leave Bangladesh to go to the UK because if I do, there'll be a warrant out for my arrest because I'm due to appear at court hearings between now and the 17th. Third, I'm really struggling for money, so I hope you go and check out justiceforyasmin.com and feel free to actually purchase items from Lovedesh as a means to fund my legal fees. But also, if you don't want to do that, you can donate to GoFundMe. The link is actually going to be on this video. What else has happened? So I've changed lawyers. I've met with the DC. He was actually very nice, but he did happen to ask other men, what does she want? And I did say to him, look, I am here. I'm a woman. I do cope. I can converse on my behalf. The problem is you have a very patriarchal society and they're not used to coming across confident, powerful, or women who have the ability to actually talk in a professional setting, which is why they often treat me like a 15-year-old girl. It also doesn't help because I don't come in with any man. I don't, have a husband, father, or brother. And in the society I am, if you are lacking one of those, they actually don't take you seriously, which is a shame. But here's good, bad, ugly. A good, I met the DC, changed lawyers, got a female lawyer. What else? I've got my local people who are so supportive. I've gone viral in Sylhet, Bangladesh, and I've got many journalists helping me. What else is good? I've got an incredible personal assistant who I'm training up. His name is Bobby. He, like myself, is a victim of being framed for a crime he did not do. I also have got my health. I was very poorly. What else is good? I am working to clear and hopefully bring Rahin Ahmed to London. And I'm getting closer to expose my family because guess what? The villagers from Alinagar. So let me tell you, there was almost an attempt to kill me in my chairman's office, Alinagar. Shishu is his name. There was a huge incident about almost 3 weeks ago where I was attacked by a group of 10 to 12 men, including one of which was a woman called Nasima Begum. Well, my father's village is in Alinagar near Beni Bazar in Sylhet. I can't begin to tell you that in the last 24 hours, I've had 2 visits from people in Alinagar. And guess what? They are wanting, hi Jennifer Ali, they are wanting to help me and saying, we are very distressed what's happened to you. So we want to now get help for you. It's unacceptable, that's what's happened. And here's what happens when you stay the course, you keep fighting and you fight the good fight. I promise you, it is scary. I don't recommend it. I'm not sitting here promoting it. Yeah? All right? What I would say is good people are coming to help me. All it takes for evil to flourish is for good people to do nothing. Every single one of my enemies, especially Enam, everyone is laughing at Enam and calling him an Utra. What that means is like a slimy snail who actually takes other people's property. The whole of Sylhet is now talking about my brother in law cheating, lying, defrauding, and the fact that he is desperate to actually steal my father's property. I'm not good, but thank you for asking, Bangla English Mixed Tube. So, this is the weekly diary. I don't know if anyone has any questions. There's quite a few of you, but the weekly diary is just a quick snippet of what's good, bad, and ugly. Bad is that my daughter is really struggling, Amber. For the past week, I've also had to deal with friends, so called friends, trying in an effort to uh, interrupt or destroy her mental health and scaremonger her, and trying to thwart Amber, and they've got their own agenda. And I want you to know that I've successfully rescued my daughter because there was an attempt today by someone close to her to try and take her abroad. And I stopped that. And it was really bad. And I must say, I was crying and hysterical because when my daughter is not with me, she really struggles. She's really struggling. My daughter is not okay. My daughter's not eating properly. All right. My daughter is not having anyone looking after her. And for that, I blame my family. But here's the thing, I will be taking vengeance by making sure that my family not only pay up and give up what I'm owed, but they give damages. I also, bad, what else, is I had a showdown with the lawyers in a panel who are, I believe, protecting a lawyer who was my lawyer and took money from the other side. So I'm dealing with corruption and bribery. What else is bad? I've had a very bad chest infection. I hardly had any money at the start of the week, but now, a few days ago, I've had a few £100 come in, and that is actually been helpful. And also, there is rent money that people who live at the back of my father's property give to cover the bills. But I've got a massive bill because I've got electricity bills coming for me. So that is another huge nightmare. All right. What else has gone bad for me? What's bad for me? My skin. I don't have a water filter and I'm not having proper showers because I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of iron in the water that I use in my late father's property. So if you have questions, by the way, I'd love someone to be a moderator. I don't know how it works, but I would really like someone to be a moderator. It's a shame somebody can't actually. But here we go. Um, I was just going to say to you all that bad, I've got iron marks. I'm trying to look after myself. If you've got any questions, আপনাদের কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকলে এখন জিজ্ঞাসা আমাকে করে দিয়ে দিন। প্রত্যেক সপ্তাহ আমি আপডেট দিতেছি এখানে, ওকে? আমার আয়রন পানি দিয়ে আমার আস্তা মুখ নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে। My whole face is ruined because look, I've got little black iron marks now. Okay, so I need to buy a filter to actually remove the iron. But what's really sad is I'm also drinking that water and it's not making me well. And I'm trying to keep costs down. That's why I don't even buy bottled water because I'm having to really struggle financially. So that's pretty bad. What's been ugly is to find that people who claim to help me or want to care for me are not. The people who actually I asked them to help me when I was vulnerable have ignored my instructions. I am drinking water, but I've got iron marks on my face now, and I've got my first frown line. What else can I tell you? The time is now about 1 a.m. in Bangladesh, and what's really ugly is that I missed out on my Christmas sales, and my family destroyed, and my enemies destroyed. Lovedesh again. You got to understand that my family have hijacked Lovedesh about 4 or 5 times now. They've also hijacked my office 3 times. My family have stolen from me. Assalamu alaikum, hi there. So what's really ugly is seeing how blood family have behaved and how evil they are. And I want you to know what's really ugly is that Enamul Haq Choudhury has opened a restaurant called Little Bites. Okay, what do you want to talk to me? Because can I just take questions? What do you want to talk to me about? Because you can actually just leave a comment here, okay? And there will be an email address for people soon to write to me, okay? you can contact me via Facebook. What else can I tell you? What's been really ugly is seeing that Enamul Haq Choudhury has opened a restaurant called Little Bites in Ambrahana Boro Bazar. Enamul Haq Choudhury, তাই লিটল বাইট রেস্টুরেন্ট করছেন আমার বাফর ফয়সা মারিয়া অত বড় হবিস আর থান সব বইনাইন রানা ফানা ফান্না জানা রাইট আর সাসাগর বইন জাসনাইয়া ও বেচারারে সুযোগ দের রাইট and what is ugly, yes, is Amar Mai, Amar Ufre Mamla Horsoin. My mother is taking me to court. Amar Mai, Shatrud, Loge, Shampoti Balagi, yeah, Tain Amar Ufre case Horsoin. Yeah, E Ma Tiknai, আর ই মার সম্বন্ধে আমি আস্তে আস্তে সবরে আমি তার মুখ দেখাইয়ার আর খেনে তাইন মরলেও আমি তার মুখ দেখতে রাজি নাই সেও আমার একটা nobody can force me because that woman is sheer evil. My mother is sheer evil, sadly. And we need to talk about what women do who are wicked mothers, yeah? And how they've raised children who are utterly corrupt, all right? All right? So I'm going to leave it there now. That's the good, bad, and ugly, yeah? What's ugly is seeing how my family have not not once have my family offered to sit down in mediation. Ar echon, o chobis, yeah? Ename sobre chod bole ami bole aitam foribaron maze. Hokolta khamum khoria, suriru khoria, tal restaurant hundred kuliana ni amar bafar fosha dia bole kita o foribaro ai. Molle aitam nai. জীবনেও নাই তারা পরিবার আমি মরলেও ডাকতাম না আমি জানো নেই তারা সাইশ্য সিঁড়ি ধ্বংস করিয়া যেন তারা আর সমাজে উঠিতে পারতো নাই ইনশাল্লাহ দেখবাই আমার পরিবারে এমন মানুষে গিন নাইব সেও তারারে বিয়াও করতো নাই তারারে সম্মানও দিত নাই তারা লগে ব্যবসাও করতো নাই কারণ তারা বুঝবো এটা অত বড় ডেঞ্জারাস কারণ এটারে পরিবারও গীতাইয়া তোমার তানোর ধ্বংস হইব কারণ যে জায়গাত আমার বাপরে ধ্বংস করছে yeah so the fact that my own family have stood by yeah, and done a lot of damage and hurt my father, his legacy, my business. I hope that 400 generations, it'll be 400 generations at least before they recover, because I will never, ever, ever, ever forgive them. And I have no intentions of ever going back to them. And as for Enam, yeah, hopefully you will see how he will slowly is already being destroyed within society because so many people are disgusted and ashamed. So if you don't have any questions, if you, by listening and watching this, because it's 22 minutes, want questions for me to answer in next week's weekly diary, because I should let you know I've hired a PS. I also hired a woman called Tammy, but I'm struggling with her. She's actually a victim of RAPE. And she's struggling. So much has gone on. I wish I could show you the photograph. You know, look up justiceforyasmin.com. We've got videos coming. We've got all the videos of Enam where we're going to give a response. We're actually detailing all the media coverage. Apu apnar kotha shune onek koshto pelam Allah upor bora raken. Yeah, ami raktesi bhaiya. There's somebody who's written a message saying, I find it really hard and difficult. It's been hard to hear your story, but keep faith in God. Totally. Ami ekshobar amar Allahর উপরে বিশ্বাস আছে করি এর জন্য আমি এখনো বোধহয় উপস্থিত আছি কারণ উপস্থিত যদি থাকতাম না তো নিশ্চয় আল্লাহর এই রহমত পাইলাম না অনেক yeah so I'm going to say to you all love you all ধন্যবাদ আমার কাহিনী যেন শুনতেছো আর প্রত্যেক সপ্তাহে এরকম আপডেট আর আপনাদের কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে আমি যাইবার আগে does anyone have any questions এইটা উইকলি ডায়েরি ফেসবুকে পাবেন okay does anyone have any questions to ask of me? Do you have any questions you would like to ask? Yeah. All messages. Let's see, live chat. Right. Here we go. Don't upset. Love you. Thank you so much. Okay. Does anyone have any messages? Keu amake kuno jigasha korboe? Kichu ase jigasha korbar? Huh? How to connect. Apu, koto din deshe takben. How long will I stay in Bangladesh? Koto din. Ami ekono jete parthesi na. Karon adalotor karone amar case choltese. Amar poribare amar upore 4টা মিথ্যা মামলা করছে। এর জন্য আমি উপস্থিত। কারণ আমি যদি চলে যাই আমার জন্য অসুবিধা হবে। আমার তো লন্ডন জন্ম, সব কিছু লন্ডন। আমি বড় হয়েছে এই বাংলা ভাষী সিলেটি ভাষা আমি একা একাই শিখছি। যখন আমার বাবা মারার পর থাকি যেন দেখবো মামা বাবার কি হয়ে গেছে। সো এখনো আসতে পারছি না, সো জানি না কতদিন আসতেছি, কিন্তু যখন আমি জামিন নিয়ে আসতে হবে বহু সময়, to get release and get innocence is going to take while. So next question, আর কি কি মেসেজ আছে আমাকে বলে দিয়ে দিন। শতর পক্ষে লড়াই করুন, সবাই আছে আপনার সাথে। থ্যাংক ইউ কাজী আলী, থ্যাংক ইউ থ্যাংক ইউ থ্যাংক ইউ, ধন্যবাদ আপনাদের জন্য এরকম সাহস দিতেছেন। আই এম নট জাস্ট ডুইং দিস ফর মাই সেলফ, আমি শুধু আমার জন্য করতেছি না, সবার জন্য করতেছি। কারণ আমার যে রক্ষা করতেছি বা আমি যে কথা বলতেছি, দ্য ওয়ে আই এম বিহেভিং, দ্য ওয়ে আই এম ট্রাইং টু ফাইট, যে সংগ্রাম আমি আরম্ভ করতেছি, আপনাদেরকে এই ঔষধ পাইবেন ইনশাল্লাহ। কারণ আমি খাড়া হয়েছি, আমি যখন খাড়া হয়ে সবসময় দেখবান সমাজ আরও ভালো হয় যখন একজন খাড়া হয়ে যায়। হ্যাঁ, আমি এখনও দেশে, আই এম স্টিল ইন বাংলাদেশ। Someone's just asked me, am I still in Dash? কারণ সবসময় লাস্ট 5-10 মিনিট আমি প্রশ্ন নিয়ে যাব তোমাদের। Whatever questions you have, ask them now, okay? If you've got any question, আপনাদের প্রশ্ন থাকলে এখন জিজ্ঞাসা করেন আমাকে, আমি উত্তর দিব। কারণ আমি কিচ্ছু লুকাই না, আমার কিচ্ছু লুকাইবার নাই, রাইট? কেউ যদি যে প্রশ্ন আমি উত্তর দিতে পারি, আপনার সাহসের প্রশংসা করি। Thank you, Kazi, right? Thank you. Someone saying that we are talking about your courage. না, are you in touch with your family? না, প্রশ্ন আছে তোমার পরিবারের সাথে কোনো যোগাযোগ? না। তুমি did you know আমি যোগাযোগ করছি, যখন আমি চিঠি লেখছি 17 বছর, যখন ইদানিও তারা কোনো উত্তর দেয় না, কিন্তু ওরা মিথ্যা কথা বলে 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 আমাকে চেষ্টা করছে সমাধানের জন্য, ওরা মিথ্যা কথা বলতেছে। They've been lying and telling journalists, সাংবাদিককে বলতেছে যেন ওরা চেষ্টা করছে, এইটা সারা বুয়া। আমি জানি কেন, কারণ ফাহিম আহমদ চৌধুরী আমার চাচাতো ভাই ও সুবিদ বাজারে বাসায় আছে। Fahim Ahmad Choudhury, who's the director at Barack Power, he's been asked, he needs to come and give witness statement, right? He is evidence. There's loads of people who know that they refuse to sit down, but they're all sitting quiet. They refuse to come and help me and speak the truth. So my suspicion and belief is that they're all in it together. So Jokon, when I asked them, I wrote letters, I called them, I did everything, They refused me. They absolutely refused me, Shuma. Tarpor, even 2 months ago, I went to the local business community, I went to my counsellor. Even recently I said to my counsellor, if my brothers and sisters come from London, I will sit down. But guess what? They won't come. They won't sit down. They've refused. And the people who can witness this, I have people. But the thing is, when I ask them, saying to the public, can you give witness? They refuse. Oh, total trust in Allah. Apu, apuni shoti kita joy hoiben kita dora something. Deki kunta eta live chat. Apu apuni, was it shoti joy hoiben dua kori shob shomoy ami aponar. What is it? Ami aponar. Ami aponar shob video. I think so. So ধন্যবাদ যারা তোমরা আমাকে সাহায্য করতেছো, okay? আমাকে সাহস, for those of you giving me courage, supporting me. I get so many messages now from London, America, Middle East saying we're behind you, keep going. The other day there was a guy on a rickshaw who was driving by, and he stood up, a passenger, and he shouted, we're with you sister, keep going, don't ever give up. বাংলায় আমি বলি, একটা রিক্সাওয়ালা প্যাসেঞ্জার যাচ্ছে আর আমারকে দেখে ও দাঁড়াইয়া রিক্সা তাকে চিৎকার দিয়ে বলছে, বলে আপু আপু আপনি আগুয়াইন, আমরা আছি আপনার পিছনে, শাব্বাস শাব্বাস। And I was so proud. It was really nice. And I am fearless, so I have to go to court. Amar courter date Shombar, dua korben, pray for me. It's the painter mamla, ronger চুরির মামলা। আর আমি চেষ্টা করতেছি সব দোকানদার ওরা বাড়িয়ে যেতে যাবার জন্য, okay? Sister, he says he watch your videos. Thank you. Yes, thank you. ধন্যবাদ যারা আমাকে সাপোর্ট করতেছে। I'm telling you again and again, this is not just for me. আমার জন্য শুধু নয়। একদিন তোমার বোন, তোমার ভাই, তোমার মা, তোমার বাবা, তোমার জামাই, তোমার স্ত্রী, লন্ডন বা আমেরিকায় ওরা আমার কাজ দেখে দেখি, আমার সাহস দেখি, আর আমি সুখবর এনআরবি ফোরাম খুলতেছি। এভরিওয়ান, এনআরবি ফোরাম খোলা হইতেছে। ইয়াসমিন চৌধুরী এনআরবি ফোরাম খোলা হইতেছে। এই এনআরবি ফোরামে চলে গেলে যারা বিদেশি লন্ডন আমেরিকায় কিন্তু সুযোগ সুবিধা পাই না বাংলাদেশে, এই ফোরামে তোমাদেরকে সাহায্য করব। ইউর NHS গ্রেট। সো আর কোনো প্রশ্ন আসেনি? সবসময় 31 মিনিটের ভিতরে আমি চেষ্টা করব এইটা শেষ করবার জন্য, কিন্তু আর কোনো প্রশ্ন না থাকলে আমাকে এখন I'm going to start taking my goodbyes. I want to say thank you. This is the conclusion of week 1, January the 8th, 2023. It's Yasmin Choudhury, live from Ambrokana Sylhet, wishing you a great week. Until next time, Allah Hafiz. Okay? Take care.